Good evening. Hello. How is the sound? Are we good or are we bad? Hello, everybody. I thought I'd do a bit of a deep dive. This will probably be in two parts because we've only got about an hour or so tonight, an hour and a half max. So we'll probably do it in two halves. So we'll concentrate more on the Megalodon tonight and we'll see where it goes. I'm really interested on what else is down there. There are actual what look like sea monsters. Right, how is the sound? Sounds good, says Dave. Hello, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. It's good to be back on the Curious Bunny. It's been a while. So we've got, who have we got here? We've got Dave. We've got Other Side of Life. How are you doing, my friend? The lawnmower man. Sit on the net. Ah, hello, mate. You okay? We've got Cosmic War Toad in the house. How you doing, my friend? We've got Sweet Peace Quebec. Hello, my darling. Let me just get into chat. So I didn't see you in my wrench list. I wonder whether I've knocked it by mistake. Can I just say that they've turned Jack's comments off yet again on his channel, right? Jack's views are down again. YouTube, I don't know why, but they keep turning his comment section off and then he doesn't get the views. People don't believe that. I keep having people emailing me going, why have you turned the comments off on Jack's videos? Stop it. It's not me, everybody. I turn them back on again and YouTube turns them back off again. Hello, Stu. Right, let me just get into this. Hang on. How much fun I bet I've got emails from people now. Ninny week. Let me just see whether they're still on. Hang on. So I've just turned them back on. If you've been on to Jack's last video, hello, Dave. Hello, Stu. Hello, Chris. If you've been on to Jack... Dandelion. If you've been on to Jack's video today, let me just see if Sweet Peace has got a wrench. She has, right, okay. I didn't see you in my wrench list, right. Steve from Ulster, an Ulster man in the house. How you doing, my friend? We've got David Banner, awesome channel. If you're interested in learning anything about what we're living on, check out David Banner. Plus, he has some awesome music. And I can do it now, Dave, because I'm actually on here and not in chat. I can go techno. Dandelion. Hang on, Dandelion, I think the rabbit needs feeding. Yeah, so every time I hear that music, that's what I'm saying in my head. Because it's just something that we used to say with my mates when we were younger. We used to hear dance music. And every time I hear your music, I know it's not techno, but in my head, I'm going techno. That's why I'm saying it. Hello, Stefan. How you doing, mate? Dr. Evil in the house. Yeah, David plays some awesome music if you want to get in there. If you're a bit of a 90s, noughties fan. Some house, some progressive house, deep house, bit of all sorts, bit of trance. But yeah, just don't say it's techno music because you'll have a meltdown. Yeah, techno head. Simply Cliff, hello, mate. How you doing? And we've got Stefan Lyon. Oh, thank you for being a member still, mate. And Dr. Evil in the house. So if you've got a channel, you should all have a wrench. So if you're very welcome to check each other's channels out and whatever, you know, because you can click on people's names now, can't you? I have his whole collection. Who's? I've missed something here. I've missed, what's this up here? Oh, I've missed it. It's gone now. So we've got quite a few people coming in. SCP, why are you playing my live streams? That's very bizarre. I got told, this is, why is he playing your I said, I don't bloody well know. That's a bit random, mate. Just copying someone's live streams and playing them all day. That's a bit cheeky. And then you're asking for donations and you're playing my bloody live streams. What the hell? Not as queer as folk. Okay. If you're bored, mate, I'm sure there's more exciting people you can show than my boring fish tank. Anyway, welcome. You're still welcome in, mate, even though I think that's a bit strange. Don't worry, I won't play your streams. I'm not worried. I just find it a bit strange, that's all. Loza B! Hello. I'm not worried. I just think it's a bit... Don't know. Why? A lot of my trolls go in there, so I don't think my trolls really want to hear me talking, to be honest with you. Right, Loza B is in the house. How you doing? How you doing, sweetheart? You okay? Got the Ulsterman, SCP. Yeah, just if you want to play, if you really want to play my streams, I ain't really got a problem with it. I was a bit shocked when I went in there. I was expecting to watch Alex Jones. You seem to show a lot of Alex Jones stuff, and I was like, why am I seeing my own fish tank and hearing my own voice? Right, okay. I think I will unsub. I don't think I like you anymore. Okay. You don't need to tell us, but do hit your head on the way out. Take care. Right then, who else is here? So we've got Sid on the net. Stefan, Chris Collin, he's got a nice channel as well. If you want to check out Chris Collin, Stu Ward. I don't know if Paz is about. He did message me earlier. Let me just message him. Hang on. And just tell him. He might have gone to bed. Hello, John Mills. I don't think it's a big leap to think there are giant sharks as there were giant humans, giant birds, giant insects, giant mammals. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. But I've been doing a bit of research into it, and it's like really interesting stuff. But there's a lot of variables. Hello, Lee. I'll show you a couple of videos that I found. But what I found interesting is sorry, Al's doing some work, so you might hear some noise. The Mariana Trench, right at the bottom, it's that cold and that dark that there are still things that survive down there. And we'll have a look at some of the sea monsters, because they do look like sea monsters. My pleasure, Chris. Anytime, mate. Yeah, check Chris out. Yeah, Lotta B, it's good to see you. Another of the old UNN gang. So we got Sympathy Cliff, Sid on the net, Loza B, Ragnar Iron Spear. Were you on UNN, Stefan? I can't remember. I've got a very poorly bunny rabbit again. Oh no. Oh, he's had a bad tummy as well. Great. Giant squid, yeah, they thought that they weren't real, and then they found them down there. So we're going to have a couple of, I think people are still coming in. So while you're doing that, I'll just get a couple of links up. Right, hold on. I'm just going to get these links up while you guys are coming in a minute. I just want to show you a couple of videos and see what you think, because there's some that are like definitely fake. And there's some that I don't know. Start. Oh my god, I've got a really poorly bunny. Right, okay. I'm just getting some things I've got to send to myself. Probably going to get 1,000 copyright claims now. Do you know, earlier on I showed the Will Smith thing on my other channel, right? I got that many copyright claims from that, just for showing that. It was absolutely ridiculous. So I'm snipping it all out, because I don't see why I should they demonetize an entire stream because of some little clip. The Mariana Trench is the largest in North America. I don't think it is. Do you mean deep wise? I don't think it is. That's not good. I know, it's ridiculous. Dave is cooking dinner. We've got the beautiful. I know. It apparently it's 7 miles deep at the deepest point. What's the other channel? My Penny Bunny channel. Have you not? You're on there, aren't you, darling? You're not on there. And this is my other channel. This is my Curious and Curiouser channel. Be right back, says Steve. All right, mate. The beautiful Jennifer. Hello, darling. How are you? Has she got a wrench? Right, I've messaged Paz, but he might be in bed. I think he's... Hang on a minute. I think he's at work till 10. So he might come in. I don't know. I'm not stalking him, honestly. Right, so yeah, Jennifer's got a wrench. I have knocked a few wrenches off of people that don't come in anymore, or people that are annoying or whatever. So I do sometimes knock the good people off by mistake. So if you come in and you don't have one, it's 7 miles to the bottom, as big as North America. What do you mean as big, though? You mean width-wise? Sweetheart, I knocked some off by mistake. So I was panicking. So no, so far so good. Yes, I'm sure I am, but never had any notifications. Okay, no, I go live. I go live more often on the other one. The other one is like all my rabbit videos and my animal videos, and then I do a lot of news shows on there, so like current events, politics, stuff like that. Not curious conspiracy. I'll just put the link in. You might have been unsubscribed. Also, if you're not getting notifications, it might be worth you unsubscribing and subscribing again. What when you say it's deep, I don't know what you mean though. Hello, Ricky. Yeah, I've not been going live at all of an evening, of a night time. I've been usually in bed now. I've been going to bed at like 7 o'clock every night. So I thought I'd make the effort tonight to do a live stream on here. It's been a while. So the area to the bottom. Oh, really? All right. Yes, done that now. Oh, was you unsubscribed, sweetheart? A lot of people were. Right then. So I'm going to get on to this. Thank you so much, darling. Let's get rid of that. Right. Okay. So this is just one example. Let me know what you think. So a massive shark was seen lurking around a tall ship off the coast of Massachusetts. So I'm just going to pause it and turn the volume on. So expect lots and lots of copyright claims as usual. Right, okay. I don't think this is the same video. I think they're playing the next video. More stories before you go. Great. I think while we were talking, it's bloody played it already. Just give me a sec. I'm just setting it back up. Okay. Sorry about the clicking noises. I know I've not got my headset ready. 27 people watching. Welcome to the stream. Right, okay. So you should be able to see this now. Let's turn the sound up. Now, this is just one sighting that people are finding very suspicious. Could this be a megalodon? Let's have a look at this. Look at the size of it.
Holy.
Why is it froze?
Holy.
The size of it. So, what do people make of that? Let me just... It was an act to slap on. Hello, Stephen. You definitely was not in my block list, okay? I've been through it again today, and I've unblocked a few people, and you was definitely not in it. Right, okay. So let me just get that information back up. Let me just tell you where it was. So, and then let me know what you think. Right, that was caught off camera off the New England coast. So it wasn't even in really hot waters. A massive shark seen on video lurking around a tall ship off the coast of Massachusetts has social media in an uproar. When was this? This was quite recently, I think. Last year, last May. So it was quite, in the last few years, it wasn't like really old. Viewed more than 37 million times. The prehistoric sized shark was filmed swimming slowly alongside a ship full of research students as they all screamed and gawked in awe. So was it an actual megalodon? Let me just put the link into this. You can go and check it out yourself if you want to go and watch it. Let's put the link in. That was huge, wasn't it? I don't think it was rubber. That was next to is the Russians. Look more like a basking shark, says David Banner. Let me have a quick more. But the thing is, if it was a basking shark, wouldn't shark experts know the difference? Is this a megalodon? One person asked jokingly. Megalodon is an extinct species that is believed to be the largest shark and fish to have ever lived. I know basking sharks are the world's second biggest shark, but they have a particular look to them. And yeah, it says here as well, so that actually says it here. Basking sharks are the second largest species of shark. So it could have been a basking shark, they're saying here. So yeah. So that was the first thing that they sent. I know they are huge, and I know they're plankton eaters as well. So that one looks like it's been debunked. David Banner has confirmed. What was that? Stop it! Dandelion. I'm not going to be able to stream, am I? Dandelion's just beat Scooby-Doo up, who's very, very poorly. Right, okay. I'm just going to get some more videos up. Let me know what you think. This one is a sound which was down the Mariana. Let me know what you think of this. This is really bizarre. Now, if I had a better laptop, I could have all of these tabs open and I wouldn't need to keep on. For God's sake. Stopping and starting. Right, hang on. So, what do people think before we start looking at some of these videos? Do you believe that the Megalodon could be here? Because if it is under the Mariana Trench, its natural habitat was a lot warmer, so it would have to have adapted to live in very, very cold waters. That is one thing that a lot of people are saying. It's impossible to live under there because it's not used to that. So I'm going to get this mystery sound up. Hold on. Let me know what you think. This was recorded under the Mariana Trench. Some people are saying it could be a whale, but they've never, ever heard this sound before, which is really bizarre. What are people saying in chat? Stephen Worrell, hello, welcome. I know who he is. So we just see whether it's the same person. Yeah, so no one time him out. I don't know you well enough to get a wrench yet, though, but I know who you are, which is something. Okay, these days, that's something. Right, what am I missing in chat? I'm just checking. Hello, Chelsea Steve. How you doing? Your mate's here. Ricky. Right, okay. For God's sake, reject all. So, mystery sound. This was in the Sun, but it wasn't just reported in the Sun. It was reported, I've checked, all the media had it. So, this wasn't just a case of being in the Sun. Evolved, did I hear you say? Yes. Well, the thing is, evolution. Do I believe that we were little fishes in the sea and we grew little legs and arms? Yeah, Dandelion's been a little sod. No, I don't. Do I believe that we were once monkeys? No, I don't. What? Hang on. You okay? It's never stop. This is the house that never sleeps. Have you been reported yet, Penny? Probably by you, a blank page. Oh no, you're not. You're not one of them, are you? Aren't you? What's the face? I'm reported every single time. You're not a troll, are you? There's so many coming in now. I can't tell who's who. Size of Megalodon estimated to be up to 20.3 metres, over 3 times that of the largest recorded great white shark. Yeah, they reckon that the Megalodon was around 60 feet long. And I think maximum is... I'm not going to talk about it here, David. I did do a stream a couple of weeks ago about it. So I'm not going to talk about it here. I don't want to talk about him at all, because people feed off the drama. I don't do drama. If you want to contact me privately, you're very welcome to. I haven't if you want to contact me, you're very welcome to. I know that he's contacted most people by now and slagged me off, but I don't do that. I'm not that sort of person who goes around messaging people. I don't do that. So if you want to contact me, I will tell you. Yeah. Anyway, send me a picture, please. Well, I don't know what that means. There's another story for another day. Yeah. Poor Jennifer knows. Poor Jennifer was one of them on the end of it, wasn't you, darling? Ah, Jennifer's lovely, but don't mess with Jennifer. Yeah, so apparently the biggest great white was around 25 feet long. So the size of a megalodon would be up to 3 times. Blank page, can you, miracles of heaven, sorry. You're one of the good ones. We had a few trolls come in with these very bizarre names. Why are you not in our group? I know, are you on Telegram, David Banner? Yeah. Why isn't the Hulk in our Telegram group? Yeah, I did delete the group, but I've made a new one. So you are more than welcome in. Anyone who we know, who's regulars, who streams that we know are genuine. But I did delete the group, but I have made a new one, but it's a lot smaller. So anyway, let's get back onto this. So this was a sound that was recorded in the Mariana Trench. The mystery surrounds real megalodon shark. You know, it's in the sun, but this was not just in the sun. It was a lot of places, including some of the, like these journals and stuff. It wasn't just a case of it was a sun thing. So let's have a listen. I'm going to turn my sound down so I don't get an echo. Is the sound up to full? Oh no, this isn't the sound one. This is an actual shark film. Okay, this is a different one. Here we go. Start this again. Get ready for it. I'm going to make it full screen. This was another sighting under the Mariana Trench. Hello, Peter. Right. Hello, Angel, sweetheart. I'm just going to make this full. And I'm gonna start this one again, okay? So get ready. Watch this one. Let me know what you think, okay? 6-gill shark. Whatever this was, this is the most credible. I'll get the sound up after. So I'm gonna start this again. Okay, I think it's a minute long. Okay, go. This was the bottom of the Mariana Trench. You're going to have to turn that off. Because I can't stream if you're doing that. The internet's not good enough. When we finish watching it, I will read what it says about it, what people are thinking. That's a big shark. The footage report shot by Japanese marine biologists shows the behemoth illuminated in the vanishing blackness. So that was the bottom of the Mariana Trench. It was apparently filmed a mile down beyond the reach of sunlight in the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world's oceans. Yet research reveals it was actually recorded in Japan's Suruga Bay. Right. And though it's huge, nobody's quite sure what it is. When the clip begins, the shark is seen approaching the bait cage before obscuring our view of its humongous body. Then as the camera jolts upwards, the beast terrifying... Well, it's gone too quickly. Anyway, what do people think of that one? It's not going to let me go back. It's going to make us watch the next video, which I don't want to see. So, okay. Now, why would the Japanese lie about that? Hello, sheepdog. Have you got a wrench? Yeah, you have. Right, okay. And Peter of Barbara, his membership's gone orange. I think red is when you've been here for a full year. Red alert. From Wikipedia, the whale shark is the largest living fish. Yeah, it is. With one large female reported an estimated total length of 18.8 metres. Yeah, the whale shark is the biggest. The basking shark is the second biggest. What would ruin your day, says Lee. Who are you talking to? I've missed them a chat because I've been in there. I wasn't far off, one of the biggest blue whales on record. Yeah, the whale shark is the biggest. See that? I said made in China. Well, Japan. Is Oscar having a night off from being Oscar is actually in the litter tray. You see, he's not used to me streaming at this time, so I'm throwing him off a little bit. Those sharks are blind most of the day. They feed on dead carcasses. That was big, wasn't it? The Japanese are saying that was filmed in the Mariana, then they admitted it wasn't. So you've got to wonder why they would lie. Right, let's get this noise up. Let me get this noise up, hold on. Because this is what has baffled people. Right, it starts playing it straight away. Let me just quickly get this open. Are you putting the kettle on at all?
Might do.
Can I have a cuppa, please?
Maybe.
Right, okay. Get lost. What's this? Right, listen to the mysterious alien song heard under the deep. When I've showed you this, I'll give you a little bit more information on the Megalodon, and then we can start looking at what we know is under there. And could it live? Like, I do believe in evolution, as in an animal can evolve to its environment. I don't believe in evolution to the point where things grow legs and you know what I mean? Like that's just not true. 2 sugars, please, says Sheeplog. How are you, Angel, sweetheart? Are you okay, love? Can I just say a big thank you to Sid on the Net as well and Jeffrey Allen today for donating towards Ninniwig. Thank you. I don't think I've put the links in. I don't think I have. My apologies, is it the right place for the Mariana? What was that I've missed? Remember, is that lobster pot of the Mariana the wrong place? Oh, I don't know. Well, they're saying it was in Japan. I'm not too bad, darling. Been better. But what can you do? Al sent me a picture. Right, Al's doing some work. Let me just see whether they've kept Jack's comments on. Right, if you haven't yet commented on Jack's video and you went on there and the comments are off, can I please ask for people to go in? You can do it now or after, but please, can people go in and just give Jack a sub? That's my little boy. Yes, David Banner. Celtic Crusader. Hello, mate. How are you? So that's Jack's channel there. That's Jack's video. If you get a chance, would you nip in and just give Jack a little sub if you haven't, and give him a little like on his video? He's my little boy. He built me a house for Mummy's Day, and YouTube keep on turning his comments off to try and stop his channel from doing well. It's really horrible. I've turned them back on again. How are you, Angel? Are you okay? That video was done just before the mass sushi craze. Is Oscar having a night off? I've read that one. The Mariana is in the Pacific. Yeah, I'm going to get that up in a minute as well. So I'm going to go through where it is, how deep it is, and what people think. So let's just listen to this song. Yeah, so if anybody wants to support, you can do, and it will go to Ninny. I know, Jack is so sweet. Oh, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo isn't very well again. Oh, God. He's not very well at all. I had to bath him yesterday. He had a really bad tummy. And, yeah, I can tell he's not well again. I won't tell you how. Oh, Stu, that's awful. That's horrible. From anywhere, any video, or just... Because I know they keep turning his comment section off. Right, I'm just putting the link in case anyone wants to support us. You know, everything here doesn't go to me. I don't take a penny. 10th on Young Jack's video. Oh, thanks, Lee. They're nasty. They really are nasty, nasty pieces of work. It's YouTube, that. Right then, let's listen to this. If it's going to let us. The sound was recorded in the Mariana Trench by Oregon State University researchers. Right, where's the sound? What? It's gone again. What the? So let's have a look. It's very distinct with all these crazy parts, says Sharon Newrick from the university. The low frequency moaning part is typical of baleen whales, and it's that kind of twangy sound that makes it really unique. We don't find many new baleen whale calls. Recorded via passive acoustic ocean gliders, which are instruments that can... Oh, thank you. Ow, ow, ow. You could have given me the handle side. Right. Burnt my hand. Thank you, though. Basically, what they're saying is that is they've not heard that exact call before. It's a brand new call. It's got similar to other whales, but that one is new. Could that be a shark or a sea monster? Hello, Bernays Sauce. How you doing, my friend? It's creepy. Yeah, well, that's what they're saying. Is it a whale? Meaning they're feeding using... It's an it's an alien sound. They've not heard that exact sound before. But they're saying it could be a whale, but it's a new one. The Mariana Trench, deepest part known ocean Earth, lies between Japan and Australia. I am going to get a map up of the trench so you can see exactly what it is. Just get rid of that a minute. Hold on. There are YouTube videos that will... There's a very interesting one. Let me just switch my account to the Curious Bunny. Anyway, those of you that are here, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Right. I'm just getting a video up we can watch. We'll probably get a copyright claim, but I want to watch this video because this video is really interesting. So it gives us some facts about the Mariana Trench. So here we go.
The Mariana Trench. This place, located in the Philippine Sea just off the coast of the Mariana Islands, is the deepest part of the ocean. It's actually so deep that Mount Everest will be completely submerged under 2 kilometers of water if you somehow manage to throw it in there. Naturally, people don't know much about it, but we are here to remedy that. Today, we bring you 10 Mariana Trench facts that will blow your mind. Did you know that only 3 people have descended to the deepest part of the trench? Heck, one of them isn't even an explorer. Find out number 1. Number 10. A place of extreme temperatures. As you go further and further down into the depths of the ocean, the temperature gets steadily colder. It gets especially cold down in the dark and abysmal waters of the Mariana Trench. Temperatures there constantly hover at just above freezing, somewhere between 1 degree Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius. But there are certain parts of the trench that have temperatures on the opposite side of that scale. This is if you venture close to the hydrothermal vents that litter the trench roughly a mile down. In a world where the water is 1 or 2 steps away from turning to ice, there are several vents that shoot out water close to 450 degrees Celsius. Otherwise known as black smokers, the water in these vents shoot out tons of minerals that help life in the area survive and thrive. The creatures that call the trench home need these minerals and the energy they produce, as even 1 mile down is too far for the sun to have any effect on them. It's either hang around the super hot water or perish. Quite amazingly, this extremely hot water doesn't boil. This is due to the extremely high pressures down there. And speaking of high pressures, number 9, a high pressure situation. Pressure exerted by water that deep is tremendous. According to scientists down in the trench, you can experience up to 1,100 times the pressure you would experience at sea level. To put that into perspective, if you can somehow get 100 elephants to stand on your head, you'd get an idea on how much pressure we're talking about there. The pressure is so high that it actually increases the density of water to about 5%. That means if you take a 1-liter bottle of water then dive down into the trench, by the time you get there, the water in your bottle would be down to 9.5 liters. Such extreme pressure should make it impossible for life to develop down there, but there are a few creatures that thrive under pressure and make the Mariana Trench their home, one of which might surprise you. Number 8. Clams live there. The intense water pressure down in the trench makes it difficult for anything with a hard shell or bones to survive, hence the abundance of sea.
Just to stop that there, as you can see, that's a little bit more of information on the Mariana Trench. I do want to put a different video on because I want one that shows exactly where it is and everything. So, okay, this one I think might show us a little bit more information.
1,000 times greater. The deep sea is a world of extremes. So far in this series, we've taken a look at the ways in which animals have adapted to survive in the cold, dark depths. We've explored the ecosystems of this unforgiving realm and seen how communities of life cling to whatever source of energy they can find, from vents of superheated water to the carrion of sunken whales. But now it's time to dive even deeper and discover a place where life is pushed to its absolute limits. For at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, the sea floor widens into a gaping abyss of obscurities, fish that seem to lack faces, sprawling fields of bacteria, and giants that resemble life from another planet. Let's take a closer look at the hidden world of the Mariana Trench. The infamous Mariana Trench sits like a crescent-shaped dent in the floor of the Pacific. A 2,550 kilometer long, 69 kilometer wide fracture that plummets down into a pure black void.
Right, I've just found a different video.
At the
So
bottom,
just give me a
it
sec.
hosts the deepest known location.
I found one that's actually about the Mariana Trench and the Megalodons. Just give me a sec. Sorry about all the racket in here. It's really distracting. He's working and doors are shutting and all sorts. Drills are going off. Right.
You are in
How
the
long is this?
deepest
This is
part of
5
our
minutes
oceans,
long, so I'm going to leave
the
this on.
Mariana Trench. Suddenly, your sub experiences an earthquake, and when you look outside, you see the terrifying source of it. There's no mistaking the 15-centimeter teeth of the largest apex predator, the Megalodon. Getting bitten by this beast would feel like being crushed by 3 African elephants stacked on top of each other. What could this apex predator be hunting in the deep? How could it withstand the immense pressure? And how would the Mariana Trench make this apex predator more docile? This is What If, and here's what would happen if the Megalodon was hiding in the Mariana Trench. You know, we know more about the surface of Mars than we do about our oceans. And with only 15% of our oceans explored, who's to say no ancient predators are hiding somewhere deep underwater? The deepest part of the Mariana Trench, Challenger Deep, stretches 10,984 meters down. You could submerge Mount Everest into it and still have 2 kilometers to spare. Yeah, that sounds like plenty of parking space for a Megalodon or two. But the Mariana Trench is a mysterious, cold, and unforgiving world, steeped in total darkness. The temperature hovers around 2 degrees Celsius all year round. At its worst, the pressure is 1,000 times stronger than at sea level. So, what if the largest apex predator never went extinct like we thought it did? What if it adapted to this hostile environment, waiting for you to come by for its dinner? 2 million years ago, the Megalodon was tearing into the equivalent of 1.5 cows a day. But this diet plan wouldn't work for this ancient, warm water dwelling apex predator. Because sunlight doesn't reach the depth of the Mariana Trench, there isn't any photosynthesis, and no photosynthesis means not much food. Animals of the deep sea often live by scavenging on the decaying remains of plants and animals from the upper zones of the ocean. Larger animals sometimes store food in expandable stomachs for months. Others cope by being very small and needing less food to survive. So, if our Megalodon was close to its prehistoric size, it would probably be a few thousand years old. And it could have the Portuguese dogfish and the Greenland shark on the menu. The Megalodon would swim to the upper reaches of the ocean and feed at night, then return to the deep during the day. With a bit of luck, our hungry Megalodon could even catch some juicy giant squid. So, what's stopping it from chomping into your puny 10,700 kilogram submarine? Well, its teeth and bones might not be in great shape. That's because with the intense pressure of the Mariana Trench, proteins and calcium start to dissolve and disintegrate. The Hadal snailfish, the deepest dwelling fish we know, has flexible cartilage instead of bones. All deep-sea creatures also have molecules called piezolites. Their job is to stop the other molecules from being crushed by the pressure. The Mariana Trench Megalodon would most definitely need to stock up on some of those. To maintain its body temperature, our Megalodon would have to be warm-blooded, and to navigate in total darkness, it would have to either become bioluminescent or grow massive eyes like the giant squid. Its skin could evolve to enable more tactile ways of feeling its way around. An expandable stomach could help it store food, and inward-facing teeth could prevent slimy prey from escaping. But with so many custom fittings and edits to its genetic structure, would it still be the terrifying Megalodon we know? Most likely not. So, you can plan your trip to the Mariana Trench knowing you wouldn't be eaten by a gigantic shark. And while you're there, maybe you'd be up for a little research project, like digging a hole into the Mariana Trench. But hey, you are in the deepest part of our oceans.
Right, so there's a lot of variables that would have to happen, and that's what I was saying. They'd have to really evolve to live down there. But I'll give you a bit of information on where the Mariana Trench actually is, because I know that I was going to be honest with you, I was going to make a video first, just so that people knew a few basics of it, but I never got round to doing it. Been trying to do this stream for quite a while, as you know. But yeah, James Cameron did actually go down there. Hang on. Just getting a website up so I can show you exactly where it is. It's not far from that Baker Island that we did. You remember that Baker Island? It's not that far from there, to be honest with you. But they say it's the deepest part of the ocean, but I've been doing research, and it was last year actually I did the research on that, and apparently they found deeper parts. So I don't know how true it would be, if it is the deepest part. If anyone's got any information on what the deepest part of the ocean is, if they've heard any different, let me know. So I'm just going to get this map up for you and show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put the location up. So yeah, it's not far from that that Baker Island, that area there in the South Pacific. Where is it located? Right. Anyway, what are people thinking? There's still so much to get through. I think I'm going to do it in 2 halves, because I want to cover the Challenger Deep, what James Cameron did as well, because he went down there. I didn't know it was twice. I thought it was once. Did someone say it was twice? I thought they went down there one time. He nearly went to the bottom. He didn't quite go to the bottom, but he nearly went to the bottom. So, okay, I found a website here with the map. So, I've missed some of chat because I've been off the stream. Al's gone quiet now anyway. And he's bought me a cup of tea. So there's so much going on. You guys can't see what the thing that's going on. I'm trying to stream with like lots of animals and stuff around me. And Al working. Right, okay. So here it is. So there you've got North America over here. So you've got North America, South America, you've got Australia here, and then you've got, this is the trench, okay? So I think that island we were looking at before was around here somewhere, in this area here. There's a lot of little islands. So you've got Australia, then you've got Japan, China, and then you've got this trench. So this trench here is, it's literally like a massive dent in the ocean. Now, when they say that when Megalodon did live, he lived in the warmer waters, okay? But this bit here is so deep. It's a bit like, you know, like, let me see if there's any more pictures in this website. Okay, yeah, here we go. So it's deeper than the highest mountain is tall. So if you wanted to put Everest down inside the trench, it wouldn't even stick out. That is how deep it is. Wasn't there a deeper part in a way? I thought there was. Hello, John Enoch Powell. How you doing, mate? I'm back in chat again. So Puerto Rican Trench, 5.3 miles deep in the Atlantic. Oh, really? But this is, I think, is it 8 miles deep? I'm just drinking my tea. Good to see you, mate. How are you? 25 likes, apparently. Yeah, I did delete the other stream because it had been there for like a week. Oh, 32. It's been there for like a week, and I thought I'd just start a new one. So apologies for the last minute. I know a lot of people probably didn't get notified. Is that the real Cosmic Kitty? Let me have a look. Hello, love. Yeah, I have to double check. It is the real one. Stu Ward, just over 7 miles deep. How you doing, sweetheart? Are you okay? I had loads of your trolls in this morning. Some of them are quite funny, but I got rid of them. Well, the moderators got rid of them in the end. Okay, so there's the highest point above sea level is the peak of Mount Everest in Nepal, China. The lowest point on land, the shore of the Dead Sea. Now, these are some of the creatures that we know live down there. So the trench is believed to be one of the most ancient seabeds on the planet, approximately 180 million years old. But there is, let me just put this in chat. You want to go and check it out. I like to put the sources in. So this website here gives you a bit of an idea about what it is, where the trench is, and what's down there. So whatever that thing is. This is a CT scan of the Mariana snailfish. That's what was just being spoken about. The green shape, a small crusty, I can't say that. crustacean even, is seen in the snailfish stomach. Ugh. So, despite the lack of light and the hostile acidic conditions in the trench, a surprising number of organisms live down there. So, things do evolve. Someone has travelled to the bottom, so I'm going to cover that in part 2. This guy went down. I think he could have gone further. If I remember rightly, his one of his windows cracked and he came back up in 1960. It's hot and cold, apparently. You might expect the waters to be frigid since no sunlight, but you'd be right. The water there tends to range between 34 to 39 degrees Fahrenheit. What's surprising is how hot the water can get too. I didn't know that. There are hydrothermal vents. I didn't know this throughout the trench. The water that comes out of those vents will be enough to scald anyone at 700 degrees Fahrenheit. But don't worry, anyone not in a hardy vessel would be instantaneously crushed by the tremendous pressure first. So that is the Hollywood director fascination. So I'm going to leave that for part 2. So that was a bit more information on the trench and where it is. Okay, so you see, I've seen something about that it isn't quite as there's deeper parts of the ocean. I don't know how true it is. So yeah, it's in the Western Pacific Ocean and east of the Philippines. Crescent-shaped trench is about 124 miles east of the Mariana Islands. The Mariana Trench is over 15,000 miles long and 43 miles wide. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, the deepest point is the Challenger Deep. So James Cameron did go down there, but he didn't go all the way to the bottom. So that is one of those very weird things again. The US government has designated the Mariana Trench as a protected zone and a marine national monument. Established by former President George Bush in 2009. When the government start getting involved, you've got to wonder what else they know what's down there. Thing is, we've only discovered between around 10 to 15% of the world's oceans. We look more up and we don't look down. There have been sightings of the Megalodon. Yeah, we were just looking at some. There's quite a few here, actually, that I've got to show you. You see, I believe that the Mariana Trench is, the Megalodon is alive. I don't know whether it's down there. I think that there could be other places it could be. You see, there's more than that. There are other trenches, not just that one. Right, I'm just going to grab some more sightings. Hold on. There's a lot of sightings on YouTube. I'm just going to see if I can get some videos at one sec. The great white does really fascinate me as well. Okay. It's this one here. I think this one.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 Megalodon caught on camera and spotted in real life. Megalodon, meaning big tooth, is a species of giant shark that lived 26 million years ago. They're absolutely huge, and each of their teeth are the size of a human being. While some say that Megalodons still exist today. Here are some cases of people who say they caught this giant, terrifying sea creature on tape. But before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too?
Okay, I'm going to put
Coming
this
in
on.
at number 10 is Megalodon on the Brazilian coastline. So most of the time when we see hoax footage of things, it's been filmed on purpose. However, this Megalodon video was captured by accident. On November 20th, 2012, the Brazilian Coast Guard was doing a routine rescue of a swimmer. The swimmer had got lost at sea, so they decided to rescue him by air. Now, for safety and training purposes, they always have cameras in those helicopters. Well, as the helicopter hovered over the swimmer, they saw something very odd in the camera. Now, neither the swimmer nor the rescuer saw this at the time as they were too focused on the task in hand. But watch the video and see if you spot the Megalodon. Did you see it? If not, I'll play it again more clearly, and you can see in the top right corner there's a Megalodon. As you just saw, a colossal shark just swam by. Now you may assume this is a whale, as whales could be around this size. However, there actually isn't any whales in the area, so it can't have been that. I estimate it was around 60 feet long, which is around the size of a Megalodon. And also, one of the places where Megalodons used to live is in the Americas, including Southern American countries like Brazil. Everything adds up about this clip, so it seems to be an actual Megalodon caught on camera. What do you think about this? Is it a Megalodon or something else? Next up is giant sea creature. So this one was caught by a guy on a boat. He was having a peaceful time in the ocean on his boat. That was when he saw a shark's fin. Now, at first he assumed it was simply a shark, and he was pretty interested, so he began filming it. But when he saw the distance between the shark's fin and the shark's lobe, he doubted whether it was actually a shark at all. As you can see, there's a huge gap, because this is one ginormous shark. It can clearly be seen in the water, and it's so big it actually makes the water go black. There are spots on the back of this animal, which has led many to say it's a whale shark. However, this makes no sense, as whale sharks don't roam this area. The clip has been analysed by experts online, but they're baffled by it. The guy who took the clip is also confused, however he claims it to be a Megalodon. What do you think about this claim? Does it seem far-fetched or realistic? I don't see why not, as I'm struggling for any other explanation for this clip. It really doesn't seem like it could be any other animal. The guy's an avid boater, but apparently he's never seen anything like this ever again. If Megalodons do exist, they're very rare, so this may make sense. Take a look at the clip and let me know if you think this is a Megalodon or something totally different.
Just stopped it there. What do people think of that? Because that's like the first one, it was like a shadow, but that one, you can clearly see the fin. You can see the second fin, so you know it's massive. I don't know. No one should use the foul. No, they shouldn't. I just wondered what people are thinking of that, because I know that they're saying that they went extinct like 2 million whatever years ago, but there's been, how big do you reckon it is? Well, he's just said it was like 60 feet long, but the water boys saw the whole of the moon. They've carbon dated some megalodon teeth, because you can often find megalodon teeth apparently, and they've carbon dated some recently. Can you get that light out of my face?
Am I right doing this? Hoovering?
As long as you shut the door, yeah. Right, it's going to start vacuuming now. To me, it looks like a whale shark. But then he's just said that they aren't in that area. That he's just said that they're not seen there. What is classed as a megalodon? Around 50 to 60 feet, apparently. But he's vacuuming now, so I'm going to play the video again so I can mute it. But they found teeth that they've carbon dated to 10 to 15,000 years old instead of millions of years old. And that is really interesting, that, because if you do believe in carbon dating, because I'm not sure if I believe in it, because what are they going to compare it to, you know? But if that's true, and they only lived 15,000 years ago instead of millions of years ago, you know, So we'll watch some more of this video and then I'll probably open the panel up and see if anybody else has got any thoughts. So I don't know, I'll see. Let me know what you think of that one in the comments. I'm going to... no, they wouldn't. They don't live that big. That's not any normal
Next up
shark.
is boat attacked by Megalodon. So this one is very terrifying and was shot off the coast of Cape Town in South Africa. One day a few friends decided to hire a boat. So they hired the boat and decided to go on a fishing trip. They recorded their experience on a waterproof camera. And at the beginning of their fishing trip, one of the girls says they're going to try and catch the biggest fish in the ocean.
It's Friday, and we're out fishing. How big? We're gonna get big fish.
Now, of course, this was a joke, but when you see what happens next, you'll see what this girl said has an eerie truth to it. A little while later in the video, their boat's hit by something. At first, it's not clear what, as the camera drops down. You then hear everyone on the boat start screaming, and then the boat goes under the sea. Of course, the last thing these people were trying to do in this situation was get good footage. And because of this, you can't exactly make out what the animal doing this is. The people's bodies were never found, however their boat and camera was. Coast Guards found their boat torn in half, and it appeared to have bite marks down the middle of it. People were stunned when they charged up the camera and saw what was on it. So far, the people on this boat have never been found, but their camera footage has been seen by millions. The footage is kind of a mystery, however the main theory is a Megalodon caught up with their boat. Megalodon fossils have been excavated from all around Africa, including South Africa where they were. Megalodon are also known for being very vicious and have massive teeth which could easily rip through boats, so this all makes sense. Do you think it's slightly far-fetched, or did a Megalodon really take a chomp out of this boat?
It's Friday, and we're out fishing. How big? We're gonna get. Have you?
Yeah.
An old boot, that big. Yeah.
This is a big one.
Oh, fish.
How was that?
Next up is Japanese Megalodon. Now this video is really interesting as it's probably one of the most realistic Megalodon sightings ever. And this one is a bit different as it was filmed in Japan, making it the only video in Asia on this list. We all know Japan is home to some odd sea creatures, but is it home to the largest sea creature of all time? Let's have a look. The video appears to be an underwater webcam showing an odd structure underneath the ocean. It's thought this is some kind of military structure and the reason they had cameras on it was to monitor it. However, one day their underwater structure surveillance was interrupted by a giant fish. As you can see, a massive sea creature almost takes up the entire shot. However, despite this being filmed underwater, the footage is pretty clear and you can make out quite a bit of detail. Now, a lot of people say this is a Megalodon. There have been some reported sightings of Megalodon fossils in Asia, so perhaps this makes sense. However, if Megalodon ever were in Asia, then there weren't many of them, as this is the only Asian video on this list. The footage has been checked and has been verified as totally real. The only question is, are we looking at a Megalodon or something totally different? Now, I'm no expert on Asian aquatica, but this looks like a Megalodon to me. Check out the video and let me know in the comments what you think. Next up is Megalodon disturbs kayak. It would be scary enough if you were in a boat like other people on this list and have seen a Megalodon. But can you imagine anything more terrifying than kayaking around in the ocean when suddenly you spot the world's biggest shark ever? Well, that is exactly what happened to one man, and it was caught on tape. At first, everything was all normal with this kayaker and he was enjoying his day off. That was when all of a sudden the massive aquatic beast swims right for him. You can see him turn his kayak and try and row away to avoid certain doom. Just imagine how terrifying it would be having a Megalodon sneak up right on you. His friend on a boat shot this footage and he calculated the Megalodon was over 40 feet long. And if we're going by fossil remains, then this definitely does sound like a Megalodon. The only other explanation for this is some kind of mutant shark. However, what's even more curious about this footage is that it's not even shot in an area known for sharks. Take a look at this terrifying clip and let me know what you think. Next up is jumping Megalodon. So we've seen what happens when a Megalodon meets a boat. It wasn't pretty and the boat ended up cut in two. Well then you can only imagine what happens when a Megalodon meets a whale. Whales are known for jumping up out of the ocean. It's an amazing and beautiful sight to see and people love capturing it on camera. One night somebody was doing just that. They were filming the ocean at night as whales kept popping up out of the water. All of a sudden a whale jumped out of the ocean, however it wasn't alone. As it jumped up, so does what seems to be a Megalodon, and the Megalodon even took a massive bite out of the whale. It's not known whether this whale lived, but likely not. It's not known whether this whale lived, but sadly likely not. It's hardly surprising though, seeing as we saw a Megalodon tear through a boat earlier. We usually see whales as predators, as they're massive and at the top of the food chain in the ocean, but seeing that whales are prey for Megalodon shows how big they really are. Check out this amazing clip and let me know your thoughts on it. Next up is Megalodon scares scientists. So it's not exactly hard for a regular Joe to be scared by a video of a Megalodon. However, scientists are much more skeptical, and some downright say that Megalodon don't exist. Well, one year footage by the Discovery Channel made one scientist change his mind. Underwater, there are many live feeds going on all the time. They put the cameras on historic sites and oil rigs and other places. And if you look online, you can actually check these out for yourself. Well, during one live stream, one of the cameras caught something very odd by an oil rig. As you can clearly see, a fin can be made out. However, this isn't just a fish's fin or even a shark's fin. This is a massive fin. Scientifically, no animal in that area could have a fin that large except for a Megalodon. And simply from the fin size, scientists extrapolated that this Megalodon would have been around 60 feet long. Discovery Channel got a hold of this footage and showed it to a scientist. The scientist had a long history of saying Megalodon don't exist. However, as soon as he saw the footage, he changed his mind. What do you think about this footage? It's not as dramatic as some of the others on this list, but if it convinces scientists, it really does give skeptics something to think about. Next up is Megalodon spotted by divers. So this one is very terrifying and shows a diver. So this one is incredibly terrifying and was shot by a diver. One day a couple were diving in Bali off the coast of Indonesia. All of a sudden a whale shark spots them and swims over. Now you can tell it's a whale shark from the spots on its back. However, according to the diver, this whale shark had much bigger teeth than average. And also it was incredibly aggressive as it tried to bite the guy many times. Now luckily both the diver and the guy filming got away. However, this could have gone very, very wrong. While this was a whale shark, the large teeth and aggressive nature of it has led some to say this is a descendant of a Megalodon. And seeing as whale sharks are the closest thing to Megalodons today, this could be the case. Other scientists say that whale sharks can be made aggressive by fumes coming from cans. For example, a can of deodorant or a can of spray paint. But what do you think made this whale shark aggressive? Was it toxic fumes or its Megalodon ancestry? Next up is unexplained Megalodon. So by their nature, Megalodon are very mysterious. They're not even supposed to be around anymore, so that's mysterious in itself. However, in this piece of footage, people aren't sure if it's a Megalodon or an unidentified sea creature. The footage was taken 5,000 feet underwater by an oil rig, and it was by the Gulf of New Mexico where Megalodon fossils have been found. Now, marine biologists have looked at this footage, but they're not sure what this thing is. The only thing we're sure of is it is massive and could be the size of a Megalodon. But do you think this is a Megalodon or an unidentified sea creature which happens to be giant? Check out the footage and let me know. And also comment down below if you believe Megalodons still roam the oceans today. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the best video on this list. And be sure to check out my second channel for more amazing videos. There'll be a link to that channel on screen in a moment and in the comments, so check it out. But as always, thanks for watching.
Right, there was quite a few there, wasn't there? His voice is annoying. Oh, I know it's annoying. That at the end was like, what was that? What was that supposed to be? Some sort of blob. Hello, Ben. How you doing, mate? That's another one whose wrench has gone. Look, I'm giving it you back now, mate. I was messing about in them the other day, and I knocked a load off, and I knew someone was going to come in without one, and it was you. I thought it was going to be Jennifer. I've sorted it out now. I do it on my phone. I'm using a desktop site on a screen, on a touchscreen phone is not good. He shit himself when he's working. That was just like some, not all of the people that have filmed them. There's so much more. There are famous authors that have seen them. Now, I think that they probably are still here. I really do. But I don't know. If they are in the Mariana Trench, I'm not sure. And you, Ben. Let me just check it is the real Ben before. I should have done that first, shouldn't I? Yeah, it is. Why aren't I subscribed to you, Ben? Oh my God, you upload as well. Sorry, mate. Hang on. What's this? Email. Hang on a sec. Hang on a minute. Sorry, I've just had an email come through. If that was you who's just emailed me, I'm going to watch that after. So I don't mean to be rude. Lee, I've got an email from you. Blimey. I think because a lot of people have gone to bed and the racket that I've got at the moment, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to finish. I'm going to do part 2 tomorrow night. What?
I'm just getting a sheet.
Right, go on then. Hang on, Nini Wiggs. Apologies. Hello, Steve. Has he got a wrench? Oh, thank you, Steve. I know for a fact I've knocked loads of people's wrenches off. Thank you. Right. Now, because I've started it so late, a lot of British folk, I better not say English because I might offend the Scots, as in Jennifer. We love Jennifer. I've gone to bed. So I wanted to do this a lot earlier. It was a last minute thing because I've been going to bed at 7 o'clock every single night for about the last 2 weeks. I've not been doing any evening streams whatsoever. Tonight I went to bed at 6 and woke back up again at 10. So that's why I thought, you know what, sod it, I'll do it tonight. But it's a bit late for this. So I think what I'll do, I'll probably just stay on for a little bit, have a little chin wag. And then tomorrow night, I'll set it up for about 8 o'clock. And I want to look at whether you guys are interested in this. I don't know, but I find it interesting. It's up to you guys. If you don't find sea monsters interesting, give it a miss. I personally really intrigued by what's under the ocean. Because what I'm going to do tomorrow night, I'm going to look at what James Cameron did. So he went under the sea, down the Challenger Deep. And I'll show you exactly how deep it is and how far he got down. And he nearly got to the bottom. He didn't quite get to the bottom, but he nearly got to the bottom. And what he's seen down there, and some of the things that live down there, they look like aliens. And are there aliens under the sea? And that's why the next stream I'm going to do after that. Thanks, Ben. You're lovely. And then the next video after that one, I'm going to be looking at UFOs. We're going to do a UFO stream, but I'm going to be looking at UFOs that are coming from under the ocean. There's been a massive increase in sightings coming from under the ocean, not up, coming from down. And then that will then lead on till we can look into what?
I'm done now. I've just got the stuff.
Al's just staring at me, which is like, right, can you do the rabbit's waters and their nuggets? Because I think Dandelion has been...
I've done Dandelion's water nuggets.
Is that what she wanted?
Probably.
I was being...
Did
they have no food?
No.
I was being constantly nose bonked by Dandelion. I felt this little warm, little fuzziness on my leg. Her nose bonks are so cute. For those of you who don't have bunny rabbits or have never had bunny rabbits, especially house rabbits, they literally, right, they communicate with you. You get to understand their whole language. The beast of a stream underwater UFOs finally. Yeah, it's about time someone covered that, because no one ever talks about that, do they? You feel like that when they want something or they want to communicate with you, they do a little nose bonk, and it's like a little nudge. And when bunny rabbits talk to each other, she's grooming Jack's chair. She's grooming it. Oh, Dandelion. They little nudges. It's just so cute. I like things that can't be explained. Yeah, and me. I find it interesting. So we'll look into what James Cameron did under the ocean. And then we'll also look at I've got a thing where I've got 10 animals that we know live down there that have been photographed. And some of them will blow your mind. Honestly, there are things with brains that glow. The biblical lake. Hey, you lot. Why do we never hear about the results of experiments carried out on the ISS? You know what I think about that. Anyway, I'm just finishing my tea. Niniwig is poorly, so I think I've put the link in. If you want to help out Niniwig, you can. Blank page, are you definitely miracles from heaven? No, Ben, Tony isn't back. Tony won't be on this channel again. I don't want to keep talking. People keep asking me about Tony. Hey, Penny. No, Penny. Lake. Oh! Beacle Lake. So, yeah. To be honest with you, Ben, most people have been contacted by him. Most of my friends have been contacted by him. So I did a stream. I don't want to talk about him at all, but he won't be back on this channel. Haven't seen much of a stream in the lake. So what's happened with your other channel is still there. I was going through my wrenches and it's there, and I've left it as a wrench. So can't you log into it or something? I don't know what this lake beagle is. Yeah, so okay, a nose bonk. I'm gonna do videos on my other one. I knew what I knew before I met him anyway. I knew what I knew. I don't know what that means, Ben. I knew what I knew before I met him. What is the safer place to be on this planet? Land. But we had fun. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. But yeah, I don't really want to talk about him because, and there's a lot of people that have come back to the channel now that weren't here. Can I drop the truth he blocked me from? I thought he was a tad aggressive. I don't want to make this stream about him, Ben. Would you like to contact me privately, mate? Would you like to contact me privately? I don't really want to talk about it here. Yeah, he did do that. He does like blocking the truth, but yeah, it's not good. Let me give you my email. I don't really want to talk about him, to be honest. I just don't want to. I'm not into drama. Excuse me. Yeah, Sheepdog, you're not the only person to say that, mate. I'm just glad people have come back. You know, a lot of people left. I've had a lot of people contacting me saying we you know, we're sorry, but we didn't want to say at the time, whatever. But yeah. Well, that's the thing, Ben, is that you shouldn't have allowed that to be blocked, because that's what happened with me. I was threatened not to go forward with the but I had to. Oh, what does TS mean? Maybe too much, but also I'm truly a moving target. Drop me a message, Ben. Don't do it here. I don't want to talk about it here. I'd rather not. I want to keep this channel what it was, and moving forward, happy, positive. Even when in 2020, when that was started going down, before I even met him, even when there was like really sad times, I tried to keep it positive. Even when people were like, we're locked up in our houses and stuff, tried to keep it positive. Too much negativity. And when the masks went in January, I was told that won't last more than a month. Well, that's funny, because they've all gone. We never had a mandate for pricks. We never had one. They tried bringing it in and it got cancelled before it even become law. So we've got rid of all that back in January. So the dirty TS running this world, warrior not having that. Thanks, Lee. Why do we never hear about the results of the experiment? Well, because there's nothing up there. That's why, mate. Because it's a load of rubbish. That's why they lie. They lie about that. The biggest. They disconnected me. If this gets through. They disconnected me. This gets through. I don't know what you're on about, Ben. You're gonna have to help me out, mate. You're gonna have to send me an email. Send me an email. Well, you know the masks that people wore, and that I never wore, Eric, but that you never wore, but they wore. I have never worn a mask in my life. I think I put one on about 5 years ago, but nothing to do with this lot. When I was cleaning the bathroom one time, and I had a bad chest and didn't want to get the fumes getting up in my chest. And I lasted about 2 minutes and I couldn't breathe. I was rather have the fumes than the, because I'd had pneumonia, and I usually just like cover my face a little, with my arm or something when I'm doing the bleaching and stuff. But that time I got these things that filtered out particles, before all this rubbish this was. Hello, Jay. You all right, mate? Ben, I honestly, mate, I don't know what you're on about, bud, but you're going to have to tell me privately. I don't want you exposing yourself here with whatever you're going to say. And I don't want to talk about that person. Please, nobody mention that person. It's too negative. What? So you've put the fresh bedding on?
I've not. I need to make a load of racket to get stuff. So.
Why? What sort of racket we're talking?
Right, I just need to get some pillows.
There's some pillowcases on the clothes horse there, I think. The dangly thing.
Down.
What?
What? Come down and put them on here so I can get some more washing out.
Oh, you'll have to make racket then, wouldn't you? Come on then. I was going to make a bit of racket now, okay? Anyway, come on, Dandelion. Come and say a few words. Dandelion is very busy with her nose bunks. Oscar's asleep right now because he's not used to it. Leave Oscar. Oscar is not used to Mommy being live right now. So, and I haven't been going live at all. There's lots of reasons why I've not been going live. One, I've been having early nights. Two, I don't like the drama on YouTube. And it just seems to be... It gets to the point where, no matter what I do, where I go, there seems to be people not up here. They did not only a few. I don't know what that means. I'm getting confused. Dandelion is on the top. Can you hear Ninny? Listen. Ninny wig. Ninny. Ninny wig. Ninny wig is very poorly, people. One of his tumours have popped. It's come back. It's not good. Anyway, let's get off that subject. Hello, Stu. J Craft, good to see you. So, because tonight was a very last minute impromptu thing, there's so much more that I didn't get to talk. Al, your ass on here. I don't know. Maybe a cup of tea might sort Niniwig out. I didn't give him any. I don't know. I'm confused.
What?
Would you like to give us your thoughts on Megalodon? Do you believe that he could be still alive? Al's going to give us his view.
I think because of the sheer size of it. Now, I know there's a lot of ocean out there that's not been explored.
There's 85%.
Right. Yeah. But I think realistically, for it not to have gone extinct, you need to have at least, say, 100 or so.
Have you not seen what I've been watching?
I've been working.
So have you never looked into it then? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think that statistically speaking, I think they are extinct because they would have been seen.
But are you giving us that opinion without actually looking into it though? Is what I'm saying. Have you ever looked in
opinion,
without ever looking into it? Right, okay. Well, why don't you just say I don't have enough information? So
I'm just giving you my opinion.
Yeah.
Of what I think.
No, but what I'm saying, I thought you would have looked into them before. Because you looked into everything else.
No.
Right, okay. So I'm just asking Al because if I think for you to form that opinion, you would have had to have looked into them a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I've done a little bit of research, but nothing major.
There's been sightings. We've looked at some that are really credible, and also the ocean is so vast.
But Megalodon is theorised to be absolutely
50,000. Sorry,
enormous.
50 feet.
Yeah.
A bit bigger than the whale shark. The whale shark's massive.
From what I've seen, they're going to be a lot bigger than 50 feet.
No, that's what they're saying.
Right.
So you're looking about 3 or 4 great whites. So they could very easily be about. There was islands that have been unexplored. There's islands.
Yeah.
For all we know, they went to the Arctic and they've managed to live in those sort of conditions. Because do you remember? I'm just asking Al this. Do you remember when we went to the Lake District and there was that? Was it Keswick? And there was that lake, and we were looking at the sign. He's really sick. And we were looking at the signs, and there was some fish in that lake, and they were originally saltwater fish. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And once, where the Lake District is in the UK, it was once an ocean, wasn't it? And it all become flooded, and they left the lakes when the land come up. It left the huge lakes at the Lake District. So the fish that are in the lakes were once saltwater fish, but they've adapted to survive in freshwater.
Over millions of years,
Yeah, they've evolved.
Yeah.
So the things do evolve.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that things grow legs and walk out the ocean and become from amphibian to
what. I mean, you'd be amazed what can happen over millions of years, though.
Right. Well, okay. But what I'm saying is that people are saying, like some of the videos we've watched, the Megalodon couldn't exist because it's too cold or it's too hot or it wouldn't live there. Well, these fish have lived that were sea fish now live in fresh water because they've evolved.
Well, they've traced back the humans.
I don't believe in all this
stuff.
stuff.
From to about 350,000 years ago.
I don't believe we came from monkeys. Why haven't the monkeys changed as well then?
I don't know about that. I'm not talking about that far back.
Right.
I'm talking about that. This is when they found the oldest cave paintings they found. I've come from that era. And
right.
The bones they found around that area have been bones of our genus, the
human,
Homo sapien.
Brackish water like bull shark. Well, these are pure fresh. These are lakes that are lakes that have streams going into them. So
desalinized over.
There's no salt. There's not brackish. There's just nothing. It's just completely natural. I'm 42. People think I'm 30. Well done. I'm going to be 42 this year. People think I'm 30 as well. Well done, Ben. We didn't come from monkeys. No. Eels are pretty adaptable, says Lee. I'm just going to find something. Hold on a minute about this. I wanted to show you this. Hang on. Sorry. I hate all these cookie things. You know, when you're trying to look at something and it's like, disagree to the cookies, agree to the cookies. Get lost. Right. No, I don't want this. Right, just give me one sec, folks. Excuse me. Right, I'm not seeing chat. I'm on Google a sec. Right, I'm not seeing chat. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm looking for this tooth thing. Can't. Every time, right, I want to try and find something. I can't.
What are you doing, Fuzzbag?
Dandelion. Do you know there's a place where you can actually go and dig up Megalodon teeth, and apparently you can literally just pick them up, and people are saying that you could, that anything from like $200 to like $10,000 they're worth. But there was this thing, and I can't find it now, and they actually carbon dated a Megalodon tooth. Some scientists did. They were only like 10,000-15,000 years old. Now, if that's the case, they never went extinct millions of years ago, did they? Do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm looking for now. And I can't find it. So they're saying here that they went extinct between 23 and 3.6 million years ago. But then if that's the case, yeah, I think I found it now. It's a short video.
Hi, my name is Dean Eric, and I'm a PhD student at the Florida Museum.
No, that's not it. Images, carbon dated. Okay. What is the youngest? What? Sorry? Right. Yeah, 60 foot they were. Can't see chat at all. Right, just bear with me. Right, I found something. I'm going to show you this. Sorry to ignore you, everybody. I was just on Google looking for something. Right, the best thing I can find is this article here. So, up till the last few years, they were believed that they went extinct millions of years ago. Now, recent Otodus Megalodon teeth. So, and also, some people might think that Megalodon was a myth. It was real. They found bones. They often find teeth. It's not a case of a Megalodon extinct or a Megalodon, were they ever really here? They really were here. There is bones and teeth and whatever. So The megatooth shark, which is the Megalodon, it's Otodus megalodon, was recently estimated to have gone extinct in the early Pliocene, 3.6 million years old. Okay. Despite this, there have been persistent reports of megalodon teeth from the late, whatever that era is, Pliocene, Holocene era. These have been used by cryptozoologists as evidence to speculate the survival of the megalodon in the modern day. It has long been recognised that the teeth were misdated using invalid techniques, a fact often disregarded by these same cryptozoologists. Some newer fossils reliably date them to the Pliocene within the accepted temporal range. The most well-known claim of a recent tooth was made by not Vladimir Chusinski in 1959. He found one. The two teeth were dredged from the seafloor near Tahiti by the HMS Challenger expedition in 1875. He attempted to date these teeth by measuring the layer of manganese dioxide. Okay, the first tooth, it was coated in blah 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 blah. Assuming a minimum growth rate of 0.15 millimeters per 1,000 years, he calculated the first tooth to only be 11,333. They like that old, and the second to be 24,206 years old. However, this methodology and therefore results are completely erroneous. So they're actually arguing on whether this is true. Now, if this was correct, they didn't go extinct millions of years ago, and there's probably are still alive today. Now, even after debunking, so this guy has debunked that in 1988. They estimated ages between these other teeth between 15,000 and 60,000 years old. So even using the newer carbon dating techniques, they're still only coming up as that. Now, that isn't millions of years old. So as science moves on, we can date things better. So if this is true, and that is how old these teeth are, then that means that science has been wrong all this time. Anyway, I'm back into chat now. What are people thinking? Who's got to go? Ben. White Knight. Hello. I live near Shark River, New Jersey. Oh, wow. Good night, Ben. Oh, no, Ben's... Whereabouts are you, Ben? Is it... What time is it there? Right. Anyway. So there you go. I need to go and bath Scooby-Doo. He's not well. He's got... Where is he? He's got a bad tummy. Yeah, he is not well. Because I'm old. Who's old? Anyway, I hope you guys found it interesting. Say it was literally, I wanted to do this last week. Hang on a minute. Can you be quiet, please? Sorry. Child has just got up, so now I've got him talking at me as well. So I'm gonna have to go. I've got a really poorly bunny rabbit. How long have I been going? I've got a really poorly bunny rabbit. I've got a really poorly guinea pig. I've got a child that's woke up. I've got Al making loads of noise. I'm just gonna give up. A lot of folks believe our world isn't that old. I don't think it is, Lee. I really don't. I don't think it's as old as what they say either. I'm 52, but I feel 21 and look 21. I've never seen you, Eric. Right. So, anyway, apologies. This stream, I got rid of the older one. I wanted to get it all ready, and it was all very impromptu. So I apologise if I had to keep on stopping and starting. Apologise for the racket that was being made in the background. Tomorrow night I will be looking into what James Cameron found and some of the things that we know are there that are facts, you know, giant squid, and then we'll start looking into what else could be coming from under there. You know, there might not just be Megalodon. I believe there's a lot of stuff coming from underneath our ocean, UFOs and stuff, because nobody ever looks at that. People are always looking up, not down. I still sometimes think that the dinosaurs may have not be extinct. They may have gone into the water, because our ocean is like 70% of the entire, what they call a planet or a plane, whatever you want to look at it, is water. Oh, thank you, Angel. I'm sorry if it's boring, sweetheart. I just try and keep it a bit, interesting. To me, it's interesting, but it might be boring to lots of people. I think the world is way older than the popular belief. Do you? I think it's not as old. I just don't see how the world could be that old without imploding by now. I don't know. I also believe that we were a lot more intelligent once. The worms are starting to bite, Bunny. Feed the monsters for silence to peace. Love to all. Oh, thank you, One Big Pond. I didn't know you were here. That's where I believe UFOs are, underwater, and me. And this is why I want to sort of lead on to that. So we'll be looking at like what is actually under there tomorrow night. And then we can maybe look, we'll start looking into the UFO under the water thing. Oh, thanks, Angel, sweetheart. Thank you. Right, then I'm going to get off. So I've got lots to do. We'll do a part 2 tomorrow night anyway. Where are we now? Tuesday. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I've got quite a lot of videos to upload. And hello, Texas. Evening, ma'am. I love the way he says that. Has he got one? Let's have a look. Yeah, he has. Okay, I know I took some wrenches off by mistake. 42, you are a whippersnapper, says Stu. I'm going to be 42 this year. We didn't come from monkeys. I agree. I'm just looking at chat. Hi, chat. Got caught off guard. Ben, drop me an email. I've had a few people email me why I've been on. I need to go and look at these. These look quite important. Right then. I love you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'll be going earlier. I'm not sure what time. I'll get the stream set up, and I'll put the time out. And as I say, I apologise last minute tonight. It was all last minute. I didn't know what. I know, it's funny. I didn't know, it was all last minute, so there wasn't much, preparation. But yeah, hopefully I won't have this much chaos. It's very difficult streaming when you've got all this stuff going on around you and trying to concentrate on chat. It's gone really quiet now I'm going, but there you go. I've got to go and sort Scooby-Doo out. He's a right mess. I don't want to go into it, but his mate is not good at all. So I'm going to have to go and bath him now. Again, did it yesterday as well. It's never ending. Right then, guys, lots of love. Thank you so much for being here. Have a think. When we come back tomorrow night, let me know when you've digested all of that, and let me know what you think. Is Megalodon, could it be alive? Did he really go extinct millions of years ago, or only 10, 15,000 years ago? And also, please, 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 if you haven't subbed to Jack, check out Jack's channel. This is his last video that he did. And the comment section should be back on now. And just leave him a little comment. I'd be really grateful. YouTubers, I don't know what they're doing to his channel, but it's really cruel. They keep turning the comment section off, and I turn it back on again. They turn it off again. I don't know why. It's not set for children. I've done it so it's not restricted, but it's not made for little kids. I've done it so that it shouldn't be doing that. Right, good night, everybody. Lots of love. Take care, and I'll see you all soon. Oh, Ben, drop me an email, mate. I'm a bit worried about you. Oh, thank you, Celtic Crusader. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And you, Michael, take care. Good night, everybody. Lots of love.